I got a feel-good book. Oh, feel good. And it catches me right here, like, in the throat. You know, not quite as bad as being punched in the throat, but I get a little bit of a lump in there. The Velveteen Rabbit, look at that drawing. It's one of the originals by, the drawings are by William Nicholson. Margery Williams wrote the book. So basically, Velveteen Rabbit is a toy rabbit that's, you know, a little kid gets at Christmas in a stocking, and he's like, yeah, cool, it's a rabbit. And kind of just does what normal kids do and just, you know, put it to the side. And the rabbit is listening to all the other toys, all the mechanical ones that are wind up, and they're basically like, yeah, well, we're based on real stuff because we're awesome and you're just whatever. Because the rabbit doesn't know that a rabbit's actually a real thing because he's never seen one. I don't know how the boats know that they're real. Doesn't really go into it. We don't need to know. Don't ruin it by looking in too much detail, okay? Take it at face value. So the rabbit kind of just keeps himself to himself. He doesn't really want to get involved because he feels like a bit of a dumbass, really, because he's just a toy. And he makes friends with this skin horse who is basically the godfather don of the nursery. He's been there for years and he's shabby as anything, fur hanging out, tail always missing, you know. Basically, he's been well loved by whoever. So I'm going to read you a bit of the book now, and it's so beautiful. What is real? Asked the rabbit one day when they were lying side by side near the nursery fender before Nana came to tidy the room. Does it mean having things that buzz inside and stick out handle? Real isn't how you are made, said the skin horse. It's a thing that happens to you when a child loves you for a very long time. Not just to play with, but really loves you. Then you become real. Does it hurt? Asked the rabbit. Sometimes, said the skin horse, for he was always truthful. When you are real, you don't mind being hurt. Does it happen all at once, like being wound up? He asked. Or bit by bit? It doesn't happen all at once, said the skin horse. You become. It takes a long time, and that's why it doesn't often happen to people who break easily, or have sharp edges, who have to be carefully kept. Generally, by the time you are real, most of your hair has been loved off, and your eyes drop out, and you get loose in the joints, and very shabby. But these things don't matter at all, because once you are real, you can't be ugly, except to the people who don't understand. Oh my god. Sorry about the little break there. Shrew fell out of bed, so I had to go and save the day. I think she was mainly just confused how she was like on the floor. So I love that extract from the book. Kind of sums it up, doesn't it? You know, for example, this little floppy head thing is one of my toys. Now I'm talking, this must be about 30 years old, and as you can see, he's a bit worse for wear. I mean, I've sewn his head on a few times because, you know, but I've kept him all these years because when I was little, he was real. This, you know, this rabbit, and I cannot throw him away. I'm feeling guilty at the minute, chucking toys out. Not even just saying it. I normally, when I do the little purge of toys, because you get all these Kinder Egg things and magazine. Oh god, drives me nuts. And they're always so sharp when you tread on them. And I am literally like a drug lord smuggling these toys out. And yeah, but look at him. I can't even. I just love him. And I'm feeling guilty now. I'm actually apologising to them when I'm putting them in the bag. I'm like, I'm so sorry, it's not you, it's me. And I'm like, so basically the Velveteen Rabbit just wants to be real. And one day the little boy has lost his other toy, and the nanny's like, just take the rabbit, bruv, I'm tired and I don't want to have to deal with your crap anymore. I've got like stuff to do, cleaning and things, you know. I've had a hard day and you're kind of obnoxious. So chucks the rabbit at him, and then from that moment they click, and sooner or later, as the story goes on, the little boy is like, he's real, like, my rabbit's real. And the rabbit is over the freaking moon, you know, because he feels like he's worth something, and that's just, you know, awesome. So what happens, it's so sad, the boy gets scarlet fever and he pulls through and he's absolutely fine, but this doctor, who needs to just calm down, he's like freaking out, he's just like, yeah, you're gonna need to burn it, he's covered in germs, burn that rabbit. So they do, they stick him in a bag and they take him out to the garden, and luckily the gardener's like too busy to be dealing with that crap, you know, burning stuff at that time of the day. So the rabbit's just sitting there waiting to be torched, which is just awful. And oh, it's just really sad. So while he's in the bag, a little tear, because, you know, and when it lands on the ground, a flower grows, and in that flower, look at that illustration, in that little flower is a fairy, and it's the nursery fairy. And the nursery fairy is like, bruv, I got you, you know, that little boy found you real, and I'm here to like look after you, because, you know, being burnt ain't no fun. So basically it's like, you know, I've got your back, bruv. So I'm just going to read you another little extract. So, I am the nursery magic fairy, she said. I take care of all the playthings that children have loved. When they are old and worn out and children don't need them anymore, I come and take them away with me and turn them into real. Wasn't I real before? Asked the little rabbit. You were real to the boy, the fairy said, because he loved you. But now, you shall be real to everyone. And then, like, she makes him a real rabbit. Guys, like, I read this book the other night and I was bawling. I was like, freaking tears. And I was just like, no, it's just my allergies. It's just my allergies. But the truth was, honestly, it was so sad because I'd never read it before. I was just like, oh God, they're going to burn this freaking rabbit. So anyway, she turns him into a real rabbit, and he's like running around with all the other rabbits, and he's so freaking happy. And then the little boy comes along and is like, oh dude, that looks like the rabbit that I used to have before, you know, Nanny torched that thing. And he seems okay about it. I'd be like, no, sorry, we're not talking ever again. And the very last bit is, but he never knew that it really was his own bunny, come back to look at the child who had first helped him to be real. Oh my God, the feels. I was like, it's beyond emotional, guys. $6.99. I got it from Waterstones, obviously, because that's, I need to get that just on a tape. Waterstones. Geez, you've got to buy this book. You have to. Older kids, little kids, probably not going to sit through it. It's long, but jeez, it's just stunning, 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 stunning. And I love the illustrations, the way that they are, like, really muted and not your bright, typical bright, colourful kind of illustrations. But oh, guys, buy it, read it, grow with it. It's just beautiful. Alright, now take care, because I've waffled on far too much already, and I shall see you again soon.